what do you do in that season, that in-between season, where you're working on your vision, you're working on your dreams, but it seems like it's just taking a little bit longer, and it's taking more than you thought it would have taken, and you want to quit the 9 to 5, but you just can't. You just can't, and it just feels like it is just draining the life out of you, and you don't have much left in you because you've come a very far way. You're tired. You've been working and pushing to make your dreams come true, but things haven't come out the way that you thought it would have come out as yet. What do you do in that season? Like, seriously, like when reality hit and you realize, like, shoot, it's taking longer than I thought. Like, what do I do as a sensible, conscious human being? What do I do? Yeah, I know, like, this is something that a lot of people struggle with, and the reality is you just have to keep going, as hard as it might be and as crazy as it might sound. You have to keep going. And this is when you just say, you know what, God, this is it. I can't do this on my own. I just have to give this to you, because let me just get myself together and come back. Okay, so the first conscious thing that I think I should do, number one, is to get back to my dreams. Just keep my dreams before me, right? I've written the dreams, and not only have I written it, but I've put pictures to my dreams, right? So what I think I should do right now is just to get back in that place of seeing my dreams again, just like bringing them back to life mentally, right? Because when you have that dream in your heart, in your mind, and it's like you can see it, like there, you know what I mean? It's like a big refresher and a big motivation to just keep going, right? Aside from just drawing closer to God, I think probably that's the number one thing I should have said. The number one thing you should do right now is just to draw closer to God and recognize that God has given you this vision. God has given me this dream, and God said, you know what? This is what I have for you, and it is going to come through. And I know that whatever God has said is going to come true. And at this point, what I need to do is to focus on God instead of being too focused on the dream. Because you know what? God is the source of everything, and He will make things come through in the right timing. And if I can just shift my focus back to God and recognize that God is the ultimate dream come through, being closer to God, building a relationship with God, and having more understanding and a deeper relationship with God, that is the ultimate dream come true. Because the Bible tells us, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you. So sometimes we get a little bit sidetracked and a little bit too focused on the dream, you know what I mean? Remember that God is the dream giver, and He will reward us. But so whenever you're feeling this kind of way, the ultimate thing to do is to just go back to the dream giver. Go back to Him. Let Him power you up and give you that strength, that refreshing, that restoration that you need in this time to keep going. And once you have done that, you just bring those dreams back to life. Go back, look at your dreams, maybe put fresh pictures, write out something new that you have come up with. Just keep that vision in front of you, because God said, write the vision, make it plain, so when the reader read it, the reader can run with it. And not only that, God said, the dream is set for an appointed time. So the next thing to do is to trust God's timing. Hallelujah. Trust God's timing, because God knows the perfect time, right? And He knows the end from the beginning, and He doesn't make any mistakes. So sometimes when we get caught up in just trying to get this vision, this dream come true, we have to go back to the source and realize that, you know what, God has given me this dream, and there is nothing that can ever stop me from getting it unless I stop myself from getting it. It's a done deal. And I'm going to trust God in this time, in this in-between season while I'm waiting to see the dream come true. I'm going to trust God. And also in this season, we have to remember that there's a time and a season for everything. So in this waiting season, it's not that we're supposed to sit down and just wait on God or get distracted by other things while the dream is, until the dream come through. It's a season where we really need to just keep focus on the dream giver, keep focus on God, and get to that place where we know that when this dream come true, you're in that place, you're rooted and you're firm in God. So you know that when this dream come true, you won't fall, you won't give in to the dream and forget about God. Hallelujah. That's this season. This season is the season where we just get connected with God in a different level, so that we won't get, our head won't swell when the dream comes true, and we'll be equipped and we'll be ready. So we know that when we get this dream, when this dream comes true, we will be so equipped that we will never lose it. Never lose it. Because it's one thing to get the dream, it's one thing to achieve the dream, but it's another thing to keep it. And the next thing I believe is really powerful that we can do in this time, I'm speaking to myself, and I hope this encourage and inspire in some way, is to focus on gratitude. Be happy with where you are. Be happy and joyful with where you are, because the Bible tells us, in all things give thanks, and with prayer and supplication with thanksgiving make your requests be known unto the Father, and the Father of peace, he will give you the strength, the peace, and everything to sustain you while you wait in that season until the dream come true. So gratitude is really powerful. When I look back at the story at the 10 lepers, right? Jesus healed the 10 lepers, and leprosy is a disease that it actually takes away some of your body parts. Like you may have a missing nose, a piece of your hair is gone, piece of your lips gone, and your skin is like have holes in it and stuff like that. So when Jesus healed these lepers, right, of leprosy, they were healed, but they weren't restored. And the one who went back and said, thank you, he was made whole. That is why Jesus said, your faith has made you whole, because he came back and he gave thanks. So this is how powerful gratitude is. Gratitude will make you whole. It will heal you and it will restore you. And actually, it could be the thing that would actually get you to that place, to the full manifestation of your dreams. Make you whole, right? Oh my. Okay, so that's what you do. You just give thanks, because that's what God expects of us. So just focus on what is good. Focus on the good stuff, right? You're alive and you're well. God is not done with you yet. You're still in your right mind and all of those stuff. And even though you're in a place, especially in the 9 to 5, and you just want to quit like last year, we have to remember that, you know what, I'm making money from this job. This is one of the things that I'm making, and this money is helping to fund my dream in the meantime, and it's taking care of some of the bills and all of those stuff. So we just have to, despite whatever is not coming together in the time we thought it would have come together, the best thing to do is to focus on what is going on, the good stuff that is going on. And there's a lot of good stuff going on. So let us just keep our focus on that while we wait on what we want. And we know that we have to do what we have to do until we can do what we want to do. So I just want to encourage you, and trust me, like I'm here sitting in the car going to work. I'm feeling a bit discouraged because this morning I woke up and I was working on my dreams, and I had to leave out because I had to go to work, right? And I'm feeling like, oh, like this is like a never-ending cycle. Every time I get up, I'm doing some work on my dream, and it has to cut short because I have to go to work. So I was feeling really discouraged, and I was just here in the car just praying and just talking to God, and it came to me, and I was just like, you know what, let me just talk about this. These things are just coming to my mind. What I can do in this time, this is something that I've done before, but you know, every time it just hit different. Every time when you're like, oh, the dream is not come true, it kind of hit different. So you just need to encourage yourself, just like David did. Encourage himself in the Lord in that moment when he was in a place of like total desperation and loss. David encouraged himself in the Lord. What he basically did was reminded himself of all the things, the wonderful things that God has said for him, and all the things that God has done for him in the past. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing, and I encourage you today. If you're feeling this kind of way, you want to quit, but you just can't quit yet, just encourage yourself in the Lord and know that God is with you, and your dream is going to come true. It is set for an appointed time. Trust the Lord, keep working towards it, and don't let anything get you off this track. You got this. You got this, because God is with you. And whatever God has said, it's a done deal. So take care for now and be blessed. I hope this word has encouraged you in some kind of way. All right, see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this video if it has encouraged you and empowered in any way. Share it with someone else, like the video, and leave a comment below. Take care. Bye.